Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. We are at
11 months.
11 months of living abroad in Zambia as a full-time missionary, and we are here with updates. So before
Yeah.
further ado, so my back has been progressing well. The treatment seems to have worked for the Guillain-Barré syndrome with the polygam, and I'm walking now. And I was like, I really want to run, like to sweat, but that's too much impact. Even an elliptical. So I was looking at different options, and I was like, an exercise bike would be amazing. So I was looking around, I was like, there's no way we can do this in our budget right now. And our kind neighbor ended up finding one online, locally, like Facebook Marketplace, and surprised me. And it was on my porch, ready to go. So I've been cycling 20 Ks every day and working on this anti-inflammatory diet, and things are okay right now.
Yeah.
And I've been working in the clinic all day. So yes, thank you for your prayers. They're working. Still might need surgery for the neck, but at this point I'm stable, so we're just going to continue praying that it will just resolve itself and cross that bridge when we get there if it comes.
Yeah.
But yeah, you want to tell them about your beautiful flowers?
Yeah. So we came back from South Africa and I had planted all these wildflowers in our front yard. And I came back and they were all up and bloomed and they're so pretty. And so, yeah, we have a beautiful flower garden out front now filled with cosmos and marigolds and a bunch of other flowers. And
Butterflies.
butterflies, bumblebees, all the insects. They're so pretty. Brings a lot of joy.
Yes.
So it's
and
nice.
we're going into dry season, so everything's starting to die, except these beautiful flowers, which are popping. So my soccer team, the Blue Stars Academy, they're doing great. They just got a sponsorship from My Med Mission, who sent over money for us to be able to print out new official Blue Stars Academy jerseys with the logo and each individual's player's name on the back, which is huge. I remember when that first happened to me, when I was growing up, I was like, this is so cool. So they're pumped. They're using their last jerseys as their practice jerseys, and we're actually doing a big movie night tonight. So I pulled up a game. I asked ChatGPT, I was like, I got a group of guys. What would be a really cool, fun game that I could download? This happened in the past, a good soccer game where there's like a huge turn around at the end, like a big surprise. So I got that game downloaded. So we'll play that tonight in our yard on our projector, and that should be fun. The clinic construction is on its way. The walkway that I had done when I got here now has a cover being built over it. That is almost finished because we have triage in one building and then we have the doctor consultation in the other. So they need to be able to walk from one building to the other without getting soaked in rainy season. Our x-ray machine is working now. David figured that out, my older brother. And we also are prepping that room right now. We have a giant automatic door. Looks super complicated. My brother's an electrical engineer, so he's handling that side of things.
Yeah.
We have all the lead paint. We closed up a window. We're going to put in a lead x-ray safe window, I guess, so none of the radiation sneaks out that way. But yeah, things are moving right along. We are hiring 4 new people right now. We just got done with a week of orientation. Me, my mom, and this gentleman named Mark are all kind of assisting. Mark's more of a voluntary consultant, whereas my mom has her PhD and teaches, and I am an RN, and I've been stepping in and teaching these new nurses just the standards that I learned in care and passing those along so that we elevate our clinic to the next level.
Yeah.
And it's been going really well. Yes, it's Saturday, and we just had class on Saturday, and I'm exhausted. So, hoping to rest the rest of the day. But tell them what you've been doing with Mallory.
Yeah, so I came back and it's pastor's school right now, so it's a busy time for everyone. A bunch of pastors are here from different countries, different parts of Zambia, and they're in classes all day. So that includes like Mark's dad and our neighbors next door, the husband. He's teaching in pastor's school. And came back and continuing Bible classes at Kafakumba Christian School. So on Tuesdays, I do that for a few hours, and my next door neighbor, Mallory, she has started helping me out with it, which has been really cool. Really great to have that support and just someone there helping me. This past week I wasn't feeling too well, so she was very helpful with taking over. But yeah, it's going well, just getting a better relationship with the kids and teaching them more about the Bible, better understanding so that they can actually know like the Word of God and understand it themselves. So have that. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like good work going on over there. So at the clinic, we also just did a pastor glasses day where we had all of them come in that had issues with their vision, and we helped about 20 different pastors that are here at the pastor school for free. We had a bunch of readers donated, and so we got out the chart and we had them come in, tell us which one was the clearest, and we hooked them up with their prescription. And then the few that were the long distance ones that weren't going to be fixed with these readers, we are going to follow up and bring them to an optometrist so we can get them a proper prescription. So we actually have the Doodle Academy still coming, and that is the school in town. And the owner of the school, the leader of the school, is actually the one that's partnering with us for the paramedic program. And so this is kind of a favor to him, just to bring in some of his more elite students that are potentially interested in the medical field. So again, every Saturday we go through and we look over their shoulder, we put them in the lab, in the pharmacy, and with the doctor and the consultation as well as triage, so they get their feet wet and they are loving it. We just had our third Saturday, and this next one we're actually going to be doing an outreach to a village. Undetermined yet, but I think by Monday we'll know which village we're doing some outreach in. So that should be fun. They get to apply everything that they learned. We got to go to Livingston.
Yeah.
How long was that drive?
Like 12, 13-hour drive.
Yes.
So last week we left at 2 a.m. Thursday morning, and we got to Livingston at around 3 something in the afternoon. But we drove down because our friend who went to Southeastern University, he's on staff there now, he was going to be on a missions trip in Livingston with Overland Missions. And so we were like, if you're coming all the way to Zambia, we have to meet you. So couldn't miss that chance. So we went down to see him, and it was really great.
Yes. Shout out
really,
to Tanner.
Really great.
Tanner Chan. Super stoked to have him in the country. This was the closest we were going to get, so I had to jump at the chance, and it was kind of last minute and little details, but so happy that we found him and we got to hang out with him for like a day and a half.
Yeah.
As well as connect with Overland.
Yeah.
And some of the higher ups that are leading their missions, and that's just a great organization out of Livingston. I encourage you to look it up. If you are not sold on Kafakumba, maybe that might be up your alley. That's a lot more village outreach and spreading the gospel to the middle of the bush.
Yeah,
so
that was really cool. I got to see Victoria Falls, which I haven't seen yet. So one of the seven wonders of the world.
There you go.
It's beautiful. And we got to connect with our college that we went to, Southeastern University. So we're hoping that maybe there'll be some SU missions trips out here soon. That'd be really cool. But it was encouraging just to, hear people's testimonies and see what God's doing in other people's lives and their heart for missions and what they love. And it was really fulfilling, and it was a good trip.
Got to talk to other Americans, which was great.
Yeah.
And it was really, really cool to see, because I actually went on that trip years ago when I was in college to Livingston, which was really fun back then. So really cool to see the new blood and the new excitement coming in. So we actually got to see my other friend, Austin, who I met on that mission trip like 8 or 9 years ago. And he was 17 at the time. I was just a little older, and we ended up hitting it off. He was showing me how to edit videos, which is what I'm doing right now. And he's actually a YouTuber with his wife, Tate, and they were super kind and let us crash there the night before we were going to leave, which was super, super helpful, saved us room and board. So, and we got to eat with them. So shout out to Austin and Tate Boema. And tell them about the girls' camp.
Yeah, so there was a girls' camp. There was a group of Kafakumba students that were wanting to go to this church camp over break, and we ended up being in South Africa that whole month. So we weren't physically here to like be with them for the camp, but you guys were able to send a bunch of girls to go to camp through your donations. You guys are so generous. Thank you so much. They had a blast. They had so much fun. And so many of you donated. We have extra finances for the next camp that comes along. They can go to. So stay tuned to figure out when that'll be. And yeah, they really loved it. They're so thankful. So thank you guys.
Yes, thank you. So we had like a giant combined birthday, which was me, my mom, my dad, my little nephews, and the neighbors that are here. We just had a giant birthday, had a great assortment of food, and I broke my diet that night. Yes, I did. I admit it. Confession's good for the soul, my grandma always said. But we had a big old karaoke birthday party, and everybody had a chance to go up there and attempt to sing. So it was entertaining, to say the least. Our power outages have been more often in the latter half of this month. It seems to be going off around 4 o'clock, come back on like 9 or 10 p.m., which is kind of fun for me, honestly. I'm like, it was like camping or like a hurricane party growing up in Florida. But yeah, we just get the generator out, some of our rechargeable lights, and just roll with the punches.
Yeah.
Suffering for Jesus. Make sure you're ready for cold showers if you want to be a missionary. Yeah, tell them about the Dignity School and how that's going.
Yeah, so we have this class, this like Cherish Dignity class that we do on Fridays. Been kind of in and out when we went to South Africa, but now that we're here back, been able to go to the classes. So it's every Friday. The 8th and 9th graders, boys and girls. The boys have their separate group, and I'm with the girls, 8th and 9th graders. And yeah, we just talk about challenging things like for their age, so puberty, sex, and a lot of this is like very tailored to like what Zambian teenagers are struggling with. So we talked about like human trafficking this past week and just very serious stuff for such a young age. But it's great to have this like environment for us to discuss these things with them, and because a lot of them just don't have people to go to talk about these kind of topics. So another missionary out here, she's the one who her work like leads this campaign and does it for a bunch of other schools. So she's helping us out and doing it. And yeah, it's going really well. I'm getting to know the girls better, which is really nice. Because that's what we're here to do, is just help them know Christ and build relationships and make disciples. So it's going really well.
Yeah, sounds like they have some good questions.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah, pastor school, like Jamie mentioned, it is a 4-week thing going on right now. It's taking all my dad's attention and energy since he is helping lead classes. Our neighbor Caleb is also helping lead classes there, as well as different teachers. I think one was from Michigan or Indiana, that's what it was, as well as some local pastors around the area. Mm-hmm. And it's been really cool to do videos for them. I got asked to do a weekly video for pastor school, so just finished week 3, and so we have 1 week left of pastor school. But that's been really fun, get to use my editing skills, still working on them. But yeah, it's cool to see each week recapped, and you can check those out at Kafakumba YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm. And something else I just added, our school is almost done.
Yes.
Kafakumba Christian School, almost done.
Almost.
So the new high school building, which we're hoping to move into, bathroom block is almost done. So they're pouring concrete for sidewalks and finishing the bathroom block. I think plumbing and electrical still needs to happen. But yeah, it's working its
close.
way.
Yes.
It's close.
Our animals are doing great. Our dog just went into heat, so we got to keep her inside or in the backyard because inside gets messy. But she's after the boys right now. I haven't seen any boys after her, but next couple weeks are going to be that for her. And then Jasper's doing great. He is loving that our dog doesn't come inside. He gets the whole house to himself and all the cuddles.
I was looking for Jasper the other night. I was looking for him. He wasn't coming home. I was wondering where he was. It's getting late.
You don't need to put this in the vlog.
I kept calling for him, and then I'm outside in our driveway, and I'm like, Jasper, where are you? And I then see him, and he's looking at me from inside the car. I see his face inside our car, and I'm like, oh my gosh, Jasper.
Mark, did you forget Jasper in the car?
Yes.
I did. Let's just get that out of the way. He jumped in when I was doing something I forgot about it. He loves to jump in the car when it's parked for some reason.
Yeah, he just loves to go in there. So every time we're like getting groceries, he like jumps in. You have to make sure that you get him out before you close the door. So he was in there for a little bit. But he's okay. He's fine.
He's all right.
He's outside right now running around and having fun. Living his life. Best life.
Another thing I thought of really quick. We just made a hammock set up in our backyard. I will attach a video here. And in addition to that cool setup, I wanted to hit you with our fun fact for the week. And that is, in Shima, the staple food, ground up corn, not sweet corn, but the local corn here, one of the main farming products that comes out of Zambia is this maize. So they ground it up and they turn it into nshima, or pap, or boale, depending on which country you're from. It's all the same, pretty much. But it's like a Play-Doh consistency, and you may have seen me eat it on TikTok, but pretty much that is like in every one of their meals, and they don't know how to get full without it. Not super nutritious, but it is a filler, and it's really good. We eat it, but the fun fact is it tastes a lot like grits, which is really interesting. They have like porridge in the morning, and they'll like kind of water down the nshima a little bit, and then it will like be what we know as grits in America. So
it's kind of similar to that.
Yeah, you could probably make grits into a Play-Doh consistency.
Maybe. Like that. I wonder if you could.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they have that for breakfast, and it's not like a thick version for lunch and dinner. The breakfast is more like porridgey grits consistency.
And then the thicker versions throughout.
Yeah.
But that's it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to like and subscribe. Share it with a future missionary. And thank you so much to all of our donors. We just got another monthly donor. Thank you so much. We're almost to our full monthly donation funding goal. So thank you. Also, all of you one-time donors, cannot thank you enough. Huge donations being put into our pot that we pull our salary out of.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. That really helps with all the medical bills and everything.
Yeah.
For down in South Africa, there's too many of you to name because I got a lot of people that are in my corner.
Yeah.
And I'm so thankful to God for that.
And still just pray. We're dealing with insurance. We just submitted a big claim for Mark's insurance.
Yes.
That'll take a while to go through that process. We have several more claims to submit, and it's just an exhausting process. But just pray that they're approved, and the Lord's will happens, and there's favor, because none of this was pre-existing, and
that's what they're claiming.
That's what they're claiming, is that it was pre-existing, and we just want to make sure we are refunded
as much
the
as
proper
we can,
amount. So
because we ran up about $20,000 on our credit cards.
Yeah.
Just doing that trip to South Africa and all the medical bills. So there's our transparency. If God calls you and you are led to give, we are happy to accept it. God will shower you with blessings. Let us know your prayer requests below. Thank you guys so much. Stories out.